Hello all students, let's see regarding sexually transmitted disease in this session. So there are so many sexually transmitted diseases which can affect the pregnancy. So one of them it is syphilis. Syphilis which is caused by Treponema pallidum, and nowadays the incidence it is rising because of the HIV infection and because of the IV drug abuse. So syphilis it is caused by Treponema pallidum. What are the effects of syphilis on pregnancy? See, in the mother, if the mother is infected with the syphilis, Treponema pallidum, that condition, it will be accelerating the HIV infection. And Treponema pallidum will enter into the fetal circulation after the 20 weeks of gestation. So that is the main effect for the baby. In the fetal circulation, Treponema pallidum will enter after 20 weeks of gestation. Abortion can occur, premature birth, intrauterine death, and the baby can be born with the congenital syphilis. So these all are the effects of syphilis on pregnancy. What are the clinical features we can find in a baby who has born with the congenital syphilis? So, as the early clinical features, it includes maculopapular rashes will be there. The baby will have rhinitis, then enlargement of liver and spleen, that is hepatosplenomegaly, jaundice, lymphadenopathy, and pneumonia are the early signs or the early clinical features of a baby who is born with the congenital syphilis. In the late period, we can able to find out a Hutchinson teeth. So what is this Hutchinson teeth? See here in this image, you can able to see the front teeth. See this teeth here. There is a curve formed in the teeth at the lowest pole of the part of the teeth. A curve is formed. It is not a smooth surface. It is a rough one. Okay. So that is known as Hutchinson teeth. Then deafness. Next one, saddle nose. So in this picture, you can able to see the saddle nose. The nasal bridge, it will be collapsed, and there will not be, the nose will not have the normal height. That is known as collapsing the nasal bridge. That is known as saddle nose. The baby can be a mentally retarded baby. Next one, Clutton joint. Clutton joint, it is nothing but it is the inflammation of the synovial membrane, and usually you can see in the children between 6 to 16 years of age, in that time period, who has born with the congenital syphilis. And the last one, it is the optic nerve atrophy. So these all are the early clinical features and the late clinical features which you can see in a baby who is born with a congenital syphilis. Next is diagnosis. History collection by conducting a VDRL test, Venereal Disease Research Laboratory, that is VDRL, Venereal Disease Research Laboratory, by a VDRL test. And if the woman is having syphilis, the husband should also be tested for VDRL, and fluorescent troponimal antibody absorption test. So this is the specific test. Fluorescent troponimal antibody absorption test can be find out for the syphilis. What are all the treatment measures which is for the mother? Benzathine penicillin 2.4 million units IM can be given as a single dose. And if the women were suffering from syphilis for more than 1 year, benzathine penicillin 2.4 million units IM weekly we have to give 3 doses. Okay. If she is a fresh case of syphilis, only a single dose is enough of benzathine penicillin, that is 2.4 million units. But if she was a known case for more than 1 year, benzathine penicillin has to be given 3 doses IM weekly, and the doses same, that is 2.4 million units. And if the patient is allergic to penicillin, we can use another drug, that is erythromycin 2 milligram daily, and the mother has to take orally for 15 days. So this is the treatment for the mother. What is the treatment for the baby? So if the baby is positive, what has to be done? Isolate the baby from the mother. Procaine penicillin G 5 lakhs unit IM has to be given. Sorry, 50,000 units has to be given per body weight of the baby for 10 days. Okay. So if the baby has tested positive for the syphilis, we have to isolate the baby from the mother and IM administration of procaine penicillin G. How much procaine penicillin G has to be given? 50,000 units per kilogram body weight for 10 days. That has to be given. And if the baby has tested positive, but if there is no clinical features, a single dose of penicillin G 50,000 units per body weight IM is enough. Coming to the next one, gonorrhea. So gonorrhea, which is caused by Neisseria gonorrhea. What are the clinical features we can able to see? The symptoms include dysuria, difficulty in passing the urine, excessive vaginal discharge, and swelling over the labia. Signs includes labia is swollen, the ectocervix, it will be the external os, near to the external os, that is a congested part, and enlarged Bartholin glands. So I think everybody knows the Bartholin glands. It is nothing but the vestibular glands. Okay, that is known as Bartholin glands. The glands which is present on either side of the vestibule. So the other name of the vestibular gland is the Bartholin glands. How we can able to diagnose the case? By the VDRL test or with a bacteriological test, we can able to find out the presence of Neisseria gonorrhea. Complications include premature rupture of the membranes. Then if it is a premature rupture of the membranes, the associated factor it is intrapartum hemorrhage and the postpartum infections, preterm labor, and ophthalmia neonatrum. Ophthalmia neonatrum is the eye infection. Infection of the eyes for a newborn baby is termed as ophthalmia neonatrum. So the complications, it includes premature rupture of membranes, intrapartum and postpartum infections, preterm labor, and ophthalmia neonatrum. How we can able to manage the case? A single dose of ceftriaxone 125 mg IM is enough, and single dose of streptomycin 2 gram IM we can able to give. Cefixime 400 mg per orally, that is another management. And if the baby is having ophthalmia neonatrum, it is treated with silver nitrate or tetracycline. So silver nitrate or tetracycline can be applied if the baby is having ophthalmia neonatrum. And if the baby is infected with Neisseria gonorrhea, a single dose of ceftriaxone 50 milligram per kilogram body weight IM is enough. Okay. So if the mother is infected and if the baby is infected, the drug of choice for gonorrheal infection it is ceftriaxone. For the mother it is 125 mg IM, and for the baby it is 50 mg per kilogram body weight IM. Next is chlamydial infections. So chlamydial infections are the most common sexually transmitted diseases where we can able to find the organisms in the urethra, rectum, and the endocervix. Okay, so the organism is the microorganism. It is found in the urethra, rectum, and the endocervix. So the causative organism, which is the causative organism, Chlamydial trachomatis is the causative organism. Clinical features, it includes dyspareunia, dysuria, and postcoital bleeding. So these three are the clinical features we can able to find in a woman who is affected with the chlamydia trachomatis. Dyspareunia, dysuria, and postcoital bleeding. Then the adverse effects or the complications, it includes premature rupture of the membranes, preterm labor, infections of the chorion and amnion, that is chorioamnionitis, infection in the endometrium, puerperal endometritis, acute salpingo-oophoridis, infection of the fallopian tube and the ovaries, that is acute salpingo-oophoridis. So these are the complications which can occur in a pregnant woman whose chlamydial infection is not treated well. Premature rupture of membranes, preterm labor, chorioamnionitis, puerperal endometritis, and acute salpingo-oophoridis. Diagnosis, it includes a culturing, a tissue cultural and a serological test through which we can able to find out the presence of chlamydia. Management includes erythromycin 0.5 gram 4 times a day for at least 7 to 10 days. Erythromycin 0.5 gram 4 times a day for 7 to 10 days. Azithromycin 1 gram single dose is enough. And if the baby is having ophthalmia neonatum, that has to be treated by tetracycline or erythromycin ointment. And if the baby is infected with chlamydial trachomatis, that has to be treated with erythromycin 50 mg per kilogram per day 4 times. Okay. So if the neonate is infected, erythromycin has to be given 50 milligram per kilogram body weight daily for 4 times for 3 weeks. That is the treatment for the baby. And the sexual partner should also be treated. So the management, it includes, for the mother, it is erythromycin and azithromycin. Erythromycin 0.5 gram 4 times a day for a minimum of 7 to 10 days. And if she is getting azithromycin, only 1 gram a single dose is enough. And for the baby, it is erythromycin 50 milligram per kilogram daily for 4 times for 3 weeks. So, in the sexually transmitted diseases, we have saw regarding 3 types of diseases, that is syphilis, gonorrhea, and the chlamydial infections. Thank you, students.